Good evening and welcome to Milwaukee baseball grounds here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Good evening to you Dutchmen, Dutch women, and Dutchman fans for this evening's game between the Milwaukee Dutchmen and the visiting Pittsburgh Presbyterians. At this time, I'd like to introduce the starting lineup for visiting Pittsburgh Presbyterians. Batting first, the left fielder, number 27, Welt Booper. Batting second, the shortstop, number 15, Jimmy Soup Cutlets. Batting third, the first baseman, number 14, Jim Bobway. Batting fourth, the catcher, number 24, Shrewd Bland. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 4, Bale Scottish. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 6, Og McQuaid. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 11, Spray Bradley. Batting eighth, the center fielder, number 34, Rabbit Bracken. And batting ninth, the pitcher, number 61, Shining Schlenkowitz. And it's a hop to the Dutchmen. Please welcome them as they take the field for this evening's game. The second baseman, number 10, Ben Stramplison. The third baseman, number 27, Venus Jackson. The center fielder, number 45, Chesty Squiders. The shortstop, number 19, Max B. The left fielder, number 28, Brussels Moxon. The catcher, number 4, Booty Quooks. The first baseman, number 58, Belly Legroom. The right fielder, number 7, Mantham Spoons. And taking the mound for your Milwaukee Dutchmen, let's give a hop to starting pitcher, number 36, Savage Bowie.
Good evening to you all from the Milwaukee baseball grounds in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. My name is Ronald McSticks. You're listening to Radio 9XM. And it's Hop to the Dutchmen, who are 31 and 35, making a chance through this second half of the Continental League season. They're on a 6-game winning streak. And they start a 3-game series, game number 67 of the 84-game season. 18 games to go for the Dutchmen. They're 8 games out of first place in amalgamated baseball voting, so I understand one earlier. Taking on the 33 and 33 Pittsburgh Presbyterians. Chesty Squiders getting Welt Booper for out number 1. On the mound is Savage Bowie, who got a win in his first start. Had an ERA of 2.46 in that game, went 7 1/3 innings. Goodness me, there are some, I believe there are quite a bit of a late fan arrival here, but we have just started our game, so goodness me, tickets are selling as clearly the recent form of the Milwaukee Dutchmen, the home side, has been quite something to behold, as Jim Bobway is going to ground it out to Venus Jackson at third base. And
play ball.
We head to the bottom of the first. Taking the plate is Ben Stramplison, facing Shining Schlenkowitz on the mound for the Pittsburgh Presbyterians.
Take your base.
And Ben Stramplison will walk to take things getting started for the Dutchmen, the Milwaukee Dutchmen, of course, in their home side, whites with the orange caps. The Pittsburgh Presbyterians, they're all green with black caps. A good thing to see. Beautiful colors here at the Milwaukee baseball grounds. To enjoy, invite you to come down every once in a while for a good baseball game. Not many games left in the season, and that will be yet another walk. Putting Venus Jackson on first, Ben Mork-Strampelson on second.
Infield fly.
And infield fly was caught, as that is going to be caught in foul territory by Shrewd Bland, the catcher. So the first out recorded by Chesty Squiders. Max Beef has a batting average of .380. 11 home runs, 34 runs batted in. He's been the go-to shortstop for the Dutchmen, and that's going to be a pass ball, perhaps a wild pitch. And it will move the runners to second and third, meaning the first run of this game is 90 feet away. Beef very patient. That's a 2-2 count. High for ball 3, a full count. Swing! And a miss. He strikes out for out number 2. And here is Bustles Muxon. Muxon on the first pitch is going to swing right to Og McQuaid. The throw to Zimbabwe is in time. It strands the 2 and keeps the score at 0-0. The Presbyterians take the plate with Shrewd Bland, who is the league leader in home runs, and he is potentially going to, well, it's got the height and the way that Bustles Muxon in left field is reading it. It seems he's got it, and he does, in fact, have it. Bland has 27 home runs in the 65 games he's played. Of course, this is game number 67 of an 84-game season. Those 27 home runs lead the league by quite a margin, I believe. The second place is 22, and that's a five home run lead. And it looks like we have a bit of an injury. Belly leg room is going to be coming out. Put Joey Red at first base. We certainly hope that belly leg room is okay, as Bale Scottish grounding out for the second out of this game, of this inning, excuse me. Bring us to Og McQuaid, second baseman. Got an average of .321, former Memphis Mud Pigs. And he'll line it out to Max Beef on a 2-1 pitch for a 1-2-3 inning. Yet again, for Savid Bowie. Well, Booty Cooks, who is originally the first baseman,
Up inside.
now has moved to catcher position.
Follow.
Takes the plate to get things started. His average 275, 4 home runs, 27 runs batted in.
Oh, ball boy.
Here comes Joey Bread. Wasn't expecting to see him starting today, but the injury to belly leg room puts the left fielder, the usual left fielder, at first today.
You're out.
He was swinging the first pitch and pop it up to Og McQuaid for out number 1. Red is batting 290, and here is Mantham Spones, former Leighton Park Lowlander. Of course, the developmental side of the Milwaukee Dutchmen. Of course, the Dutch heritage of this team is preserved. Therefore, they have a Dutchman-only developmental team that will be moving to Shreveport, Louisiana, as I believe they reported that the trip down from Wisconsin to the southern states a bit too much for them.
Steve!
So runners are on first and second. That's going to be grabbed by Cutlets, and the runners will tag up. So Savid Bowie not get a hit on this one. We go back to the top of the order, and it's Ben Mork-Strampelson who's going to fly it out to Spray Bradley. And it keeps the game scoreless after 2. Well, Spray Bradley, who just made that catch, will start things off here in the top of the third. You're listening to Radio 9XM. My name is Ronald McSticks. This is Milwaukee Dutchman Radio. As the Milwaukee Dutchmen, 8 games out of first place on a 6-game winning streak, pick on the Pittsburgh Presbyterians, the first of a 3-game series, And that will be a strikeout for Savid Bowie. Well, he had a debut throwing 7. That's his first of the game today. That'll be Rabbit Bracken popping it up. And this brings us to the pitcher spot, Shining Blankowitz. It's a foul for an 0-2 count. Blankowitz has 4 hits from his 29 at-bats. He will, in fact, strike out looking. So that will bring us to the bottom of the third as it retires aside. And I do hope that the quick rush we had to the gate of various fans making it very close to the start of the game. We're very glad to have everyone here. And it has been.
Oh, outside. Follow. Take your base.
And Frankowitz will walk yet another batsman. And it was Venus Jackson, his second time walking.
That's outside.
And Chesty Squiders hit into an infield fly. Last at bat, he's going to hit that skyward. Looks like it should be an easy play for Rabbit Bracken.
You're out.
Makes the catch, out number 1.
Rack.
One out and runners on first and second. Bustles Moxon hits it to industry. To industry, a hop to the Dutchmen, a 3-run home run. Scores Jackson and Beef. Bustles Moxon crosses the 50 mark. That's RBI number 51 for him. And home run number 18. And the Dutchmen take a 3-0 lead in this game. While we were celebrating, Budi Kwooks did in fact ground it out.
Inside.
And Joey Brett will do the same on the second pitch, grounding it out. However, a 3-run bottom of the third, thanks to the Bustles Moxon 3-run home run, gives the Dutchmen a lead, and we are into the top of the fourth. Top of the order, second time through for Pittsburgh. Savid Bowie has blanked the lineup for Pittsburgh.
Inside.
For their first time through. Let's see if he can do it again with Welt Boopa. Starts off with a 2-0 count.
Stay.
Again, what a debut for Savid Bowie, his first Continental League game. For those unfamiliar, the teams were allowed to make signings and bring players up that they had contracted from nursery league teams or developmental contracts at the 3-quarter spot in the season, which was just a few games ago. 3 games ago, so these players have had one series of 3 games under their belts already. Savid Bowie had 1 start. And he gives up the first hit of the game for the Presbyterians, which is to Jimmy Soup Cutlets. Cutlets is on first, his first hit of the game, and the first hit for the Presbyterians of the game.
Nope.
Brings us to Jim Bobway. Bobway is batting .351, 14 home runs, 53 runs batted in. He's going to move the chain along. Cutlets the second. And Bobway gets hit number 93 this season for him. And with 1 out, Shrewd Bland Hits it high into the air. Well, it could he be matching? It could be off the wall, and that actually stunts the runners. They thought that might have been caught. And he's only able to get a single out of that, loading the bases for Bale Scottish. Bale Scottish batting .313. There's 26 runs batted in. And with one out and the bases loaded, has a chance to do some serious damage to Savid Bowie. Pops it up high in the air into foul territory. I don't know if Joey Bread's going to get there in time. It falls into the dirt. Joey Bread, I don't know if he was diving or just falls on his face. But either way, he would probably want to forget about it. Nonetheless, dusts himself off. Looking alive out there. And Scottish will strike out looking, so if Og McQuert... Well, if Savid Bowie can get Og McQuert, he will have just pitched an amazing comeback in the top of the fourth to
Ball high.
keep the score spotless. I don't want to speak before the chickens have hatched.
Strike.
And it's going to be high up in the air. Is it going to drop? It will drop to Bustles Muxon. It will score one run. Second run will score. It's a 2-run single for Og McQuert. And that is RBIs number 25 and 26 for him. It's a 3-2 game.
Outside.
With Spray Bradley up next. He struck out his first at bat. Up in the third. Hits it high into the air. Has that got the distance? Oh, he hits it to industry. A 3-run home run from Spray Bradley makes this a 5-3 game, and the Pittsburgh Presbyterians, their bats have looked lively here in the top of the fourth. Savid Bowie, who has just his outing has turned sour.
Outside.
As he searches for out number 3, trying to get it from Rabbit Bracken, a 3-1 count after 3 straight balls.
No bunker.
He will walk Rabbit Bracken to get to the pitcher, Shining Blankowitz, who will not see the fifth, the bottom of the fourth. Will nobble more butter as Bracken steals second. Pittsburgh are going for the jugular, going with pinch hitting.
You're out.
And that will fly out to Venus Jackson. So Warden Lobster will take the mound here in the bottom of the fourth. And Savid Bowie will get out of that inning. Random Spoons will get things started for the Dutchmen here in the bottom of the fourth. The Dutchmen now trail by a score of 5-3. Those home runs brought to you by Industry Brand colognes, perfumes, and fragrances. If it smells good, it must be Industry. And if it's Industry, it must smell good. And Spoons will strike out swinging. That is strikeout number 26 this season for Warden Lobster. And he faces Bowie, who will hit it right to Bale Scottish. The throw is in time to Zimbabwe for out number 2. Back to the top of the order, Ben Tramplerson. 0 for 1, he didn't walk.
Inside. Ball outside.
That will be effectively a 1-2-3 inning for Mr. Lobster. Bringing the top of the batting order for Pittsburgh back around that inning. Welt Booper.
Off the plate.
Over 2 today, he's batting .300 this season.
Outside.
Let's ball 3 go by. Bowie has thrown a lot of pitches suddenly. It's After 68, that is 69. And Booper will walk. So not a nice outing. It started nice, but it's not very nice at the moment. Here's pitch number 70 for Bowie. Top of the fifth. To Bread. To Beef. Back to Bread. It's a sandwich. On a fancy down. Double play. Zimbabwe with 2 outs suddenly takes the plate, and you feel a bit more of the fielding of the Dutchmen coming back to back up their pitcher. And that is the type of play that can rally a field, a team, as it were. Zimbabwe is going to hit it right through the glove of Ben Walsh-Rambless, and I must say that catches with assault. Which is why it's brought to you by Salt, the seasoning craze that is sweeping the nation. Salt. Try it on anything. Found wherever salt is sold. And of course, the Fancy Dan double play brought to you by Fancy Dan Follicle Products. Put more thump in your quaff with Fancy Dan. All the tonics, elixirs, and treatments to give your hair a shimmer, sheen, glimmer, or gleam. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Well, Venus Jackson is on with a single, but goodness me, Shining Schlanko, or excuse me, a Warden Lobster, who is still going to... Well, what a soldier! He just took that... He took that line drive right into... Oh my goodness! Right to the testicles! Right to the clone! Right to the cloten, and that was a Fancy Dan double play that Jeffrey Spiders hit into. How is Warden Lobster still playing? Oh my goodness.
Nope, bye.
Just have the strength and fortitude and constitution of a very virile man. And he gets out of the inning. Giving Max Beef to pop up into foul territory. Well, it is a number 1 through 3 inning. After Venus Jackson line drive that baseball right to the cloten. Right into the cloten of Milwaukee. Of Milwaukee. Of Warden Lobster, who is in this game. Bland will ground it out to Max Beef. Throw to Bread is in time for the first out of this game. The Dutchmen still down by a score of 5-3 to the Pittsburgh Presbyterians. Phantom Spawns will catch that one and get Bale Scottish to go 1-3 today. And still recovering from the sympathy pains of Warden Lobster, who I imagine will still come out. And we'll get him striking out. So Bowie, Savage Bowie has, well, credibly recovered. And speaking of recovering, Warden Lobster continues to pitch in his game. Well, I salute, I take off my cap to that man. Will get Bustles Muxon to strike out. Muxon has the 3-run home run. That represents the 3 runs scored by the Milwaukee Dutchmen so far in this game.
Inside.
Home run number 18 for him earlier this game. Woody Cooks is 0-for-1 with a walk in the second inning.
Inside. Stay right.
Again, you are listening to Radio 9XM, Wisconsin Public Radio, broadcasting live from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and the Milwaukee baseball grounds. For this, the Milwaukee Dutchmen's 67th game of the Wisconsin League season here in 1920. Booty Cooks with his first hit of the game. That's a double number 13 for him this season. And it looks like Boat Velocidad will come in for Warden Lobster. Shrewd Bland will come out for Drew Mess. So a double switch.
Ball inside.
Boat Velocidad has a 6-3 record as a relief pitcher. 2 saves to his name, a 5.82 ERA, 27 strikeouts. He's making appearance number 41 of the season. He's pitched 65 innings. So that would tell you he pitches about an inning and a half. And I imagine I want him to go a bit longer, as Lobster has already taken a powder, and I imagine we'll get some ice for his Cloten. That'll be a walk of Joey Bread. Joey Bread is 0 for 2 today, but he is on base for the first time today. And coming out from Anthem Spones is Nello Buthrot. So pinch hitters all around the place today. Buthrot usually can be found the leadoff batsman. Got an average of 305. Usually finds himself playing
Stay right.
second base or first base in the plate.
Ball high.
Takes a 3-1 count. He's got 11 home runs, 36 runs batted in. And will hit it right to McQuaid to Cutlitz. Gets the fielder's choice. And Savage Boy will come out for Baby Margilius. Baby Margilius, a backup pitcher.
Outside.
Bowie's day will end after 6 innings. Strong outing for him, unfortunately. Got into a bit of a rough spot in the fourth, allowing those 5 runs for the Presbyterians. Margilius batted 163 for the Lowlanders in the Minnesota League season. Don't want to say that he's batting 500, he was 1 for 2. And he will come in as a pinch hitter as Food Thoyd. Comes out of the bullpen. Well, goodness me. Food Thoyd is quite the option you can go to.
Steve. Oh, outside.
That will move Joey Red to the outfield and right field. He's usually a left fielder, but that's out right for him. And starting things off, Spray Bradley will strike out facing Food Thoyd. Food Thoyd has a record of 12-4 for a relief pitcher, which is amazing. 1 save. He will allow that hit to Rabbit Bracken.
That's up.
And here comes Drew Mess for his first at-bat of the game. He hit a home run in his first appearance this season as a Pittsburgh Presbyterian. He had 1 home run last season. He's already matched that in his first game back. Had a home run and a double. Pitching out, and that will be a stolen base for Rabbit Bracken.
Stay right. You go.
As that gets Drew Mess to sacrifice. Moving Bracken to third. And Will Cooper will ground it out, keeping the score at 5-3. Top of the batting order for the Dutchmen here in the bottom of the 7th. Ben Schrampus.
Steve.
Og McQuaid, and that is out number 1. Here's Venus Jackson, 1 for 1 today, 2 walks and a single, which is fascinating sort of statistic to report to you. He's going to ground out for out number 2. And the offense of the Dutchmen not really finding any sort of form today. Chesty Squiders, for one, is 0 for 3. He's batting 354. Has over 100 hits this season. So congratulations to him for hitting that milestone. He's actually second place behind Mike Truck in the league for hits. And he will stay at 101 by going 0 for 4 today and retiring side. We're into the top of the 8th and Food saw it. Gives up a leadoff single to Jimmy Soup Cutlets. When I said a leadoff single, it's actually a leadoff double. That's double number 18 for Jimmy Soup Cutlets. He's on second with no outs, and Jim Bobway at the plate with the pitcher spot. Who come after this? So it'll be interesting to see what they do.
Steve Reck.
Will Boat Velocidad take the plate? Will they go with a pinch hitter?
Inside.
Red Rollingsworthel is the only pitcher still yet to come out of the bullpen, and of course there's Winthrop Honeysuckle, the closing pitcher. But again, don't know if they want to do it for 6 outs. However, Jim Bobway will get to RBI number 54 this season. And he will bat home Jimmy Soup Cutlets at 6-3 in favor of the Pittsburgh Presbyterians. Fort Velocidad will stay in this game.
Right.
Showed bunt, but of course hit it foul. That second one is there, and Hooks will make the throw to first. So 1 out with a runner on third. Bill Scottish will hit it high up into the air. He will go 0 for 4 today. That's a very powerful batsman to keep quiet. Batting .313, has 6 home runs, 26 RBIs, has 51 hits this season. Former Nashville Fire player, where he has 7 home runs. Broken bat from Og McQuaid was a 2-run single in the 4th.
Steve. Oh, hi.
And the Presbyterians have a 3-run lead with a runner 90 feet away. That's Jim Bobway. That will score Jim Bobway with a single, so Og McQuaid now has 3 runs batted in today. Off of 2 singles. And we now go to Spray Bradley, who hit the 3-run home run earlier. Pitch for strike 1 allows McQuaid to steal second. McQuaid has now stolen
That's high.
14 bases this season. He's actually 3rd in the league for stolen bases. Well, Bradley will strike out for the 3rd time today, but not before the Presbyterians put 2 more runs on the board. It's 7-3. Max Beef faces Boat Velocidad.
Nope. Oh, low.
Max Beef, Bustles, Muxon, Booty Cooks, the next in the order for the Milwaukee Dutchmen in the middle of the lineup, and Max Beef will walk. So Velocidad throwing the second walk today. It is in fact going through 1 2/3 innings so far. 32 pitches. It looks fairly fresh.
Up inside. See ya.
And will get Muxon to strike out looking. He struck out Muxon. What is the second time Muxon has struck out today? Velocidad's first strikeout of the game. He's got 28 now this season in relief. Facing Booty Cooks with a runner on first. 1 out.
See.
Bottom of the 8th, you're listening to Radio 9XM, Wisconsin Public Radio. My name is Ronald McSticks. This is the Continental League evening baseball game. The Milwaukee Dutchmen taking on the Pittsburgh Presbyterians. The Milwaukee Dutchmen down by a score of 7-3. They are 6-game winning streak currently in jeopardy, and Cooks will strike out swinging. Which brings us to Joey Bread. And that will be the end of the day for both Velocidad. Red Rollingsworth are coming in from a Norfolk full hopper. He's made appearances in 2 games so far, has an ERA that is not worth really reporting, 11.57. His ERA in 11 appearances for the Norfolk full hoppers, 5.56, bit of better sample size. He struck out 10 in those appearances. Where he pitched 22 and 2/3 innings. He's going to start by walking Joey Bread to get to Nello Buthrat. It's it right to Bobway, who will take the jog and get out number 3. We're at the top of the 9th with the Presbyterians one more time at the plate. It appears that Red Rollingsworth did what he needed to do. A team effort for the bullpen. Sending out Shining Blankowitz. Rabbit Bracken gets things started facing Food Floyd, who's in for his 3rd inning. Floyd very much shows that he can go 2 to 3 innings of relief. He gets Rabbit Bracken to strike out looking. And in comes Jeff Loud. So 4 strikeouts today for Food Floyd. Brings his total to 53 of the season. And on the bullpen comes Jeff Loud. 7 saves this season, 3 and 4 record, an ERA of 1.97, 30 strikeouts. He's made appearances in 34 games, where he pitched 64 innings. He's going to be needed to get the final 2 outs of this game, I imagine, for the Presbyterians. And possibly some more, if we potentially can score extra innings. They'll start by getting Trampleson to field the Mess ground ball.
Nope.
Throws it to Buthrat for out number 2. Back up to Gupa, who will hit it on the second pitch. To Jeff Loud, throw in time to Buthrat. And we head to the bottom of the 9th with the Dutchmen looking to, well, they need 4 runs to get back to this. And it looks like Dash Buckman will come in as a pinch hitter to face Red Rollingsworth. Buckman has a 3.4 average. He's played in 27 games, 21 hits out of 61 at-bats, 5 home runs, 9 runs batted in. Not too bad. He's a competent batsman. And one of the ones they've been for that, along with Nello Buthrat and company. He does, however, pop it up for out. Top of the order, Ben Wilkes-Trampleson is playing second base today, and he's going to get on with a single, not a leadoff single, but that's going to be a man on for Beanish Jackson, who's 1 for 2 today, has walked twice. Trampleson, that's actually his first hit of the game, went 0 for 3 with a walk. Make that 1 for 4 now. No bully to him for that. Red Rollingsworth has this control, looks to get 2 more outs to potentially get what I would not be a safe situation, I don't believe. But still a good outing to get his confidence up. And he gets Beanish Jackson looking, so 1 out away from the Pittsburgh Presbyterians taking this game and breaking the win streak of the Milwaukee Dutchmen. And perhaps Pittsburgh starting a win streak of their own, going to 2 wins straight. 1 out away, it's just the Squiders, who's been off today, 0 for 4. This is the first pitch.
Ball inside.
That's ball one. Inside for 1-1. Widers hits it right to McQuaid, and that will do it for the game. So the Milwaukee Dutchmen's winning streak ends at 6 as they fall short to the Pittsburgh Presbyterians. The final score, Pittsburgh Presbyterians 7 runs from 9 hits. Milwaukee Dutchmen 3 runs from 6 hits. Well, this does, in fact, drop the Dutchmen to 9 games, or to 8.5 games out of first place. 31-36 their record. Pittsburgh improves to 34-33, so they are back above 500 in 4th place in the Continental League. Milwaukee stay in 6th above Chicago. Game and a half back from New York in 5th, or in fact a game and a half behind Pittsburgh in 4th. The winning pitcher in this game is Warden Lobster. Warden Lobster will improve his record to 5-1 after going 2 1/3 innings, 2 strikeouts, 2 hits allowed, and no runs earned. Savid Bowie will get the first loss on his record. He will go 1-1. Even though going 6 innings pitched, he did, however, have that nightmare of a 4th inning, despite 5 strikeouts and only 5 hits allowed. And we thank our friends at the Honeywheat Tobacco Company who bring you the finest dandies of the day. Honeywheat Tobacco Company bringing you the fresh hand-rolled cigarettes grown from the fabled tobacco roads of the Carolinas. Anytime is a good time for a Honeywheat cigarette. The third finest dandy of the day is Spray Bradley of the Pittsburgh Presbyterians, believe to him, who 1 for 4 with a 3-run home run. Bustles Muxon is the second finest dandy for the Milwaukee Dutchmen, and he went 1 for 4 with the 3-run home run himself. But the finest dandy of the day, getting a complimentary carton of Honeywheat cigarettes, is Og McQuaid, going 2 for 4 with 3 runs batted in, both from singles that helped give the Presbyterians their win today. That is Og McQuaid, the finest dandy of the day, brought to you by the Honeywheat Tobacco Company, who humbly request that you smoke wheat every day. That will do it for our broadcast today. The second game of this series is tomorrow. Borty Bunks on the mound for the Pittsburgh Presbyterians, 4-6 with a 5.07 ERA, taking on Goof Alibi for the Dutchmen, 3-5 with a 5.76 ERA. And of course, the conclusion to this series is on the 15th, so there's a day of rest in between games 2 and 3, as we chug ever so close to the end of the Continental League season. Dutchmen are 3-7 this season against the Presbyterians, and the Presbyterians now have 2 wins in a row as they take the win by a score of 7-3. That will do it for us today. My name is Ronald McSticks. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining us here at the Milwaukee Baseball Grounds. We hope to see you back here again at the ballpark. And of course, if you can't make it to the ballpark, listen here at Radio 9XM, Wisconsin Public Radio, for every Milwaukee Dutchman home game. My name is Ronald McSticks. I bid you a good evening. Bedankt voor het luisteren. Tot ziens.